Hey everybody, sorry I am a few minutes late. I was dashing around all over the place trying to get everything sorted, so I'm so sorry I'm a little bit late. How is everyone today? Happy Saturday and welcome to another live stream. I see we've already got so many questions, which is amazing. So let's plow through them, but I want to hear what you're doing, how your Saturday's going, any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll get onto them straight away. I go through all the comments in order, so I do usually run behind. For those of you that haven't, watched the channel before, I am usually a little bit behind, so I usually apologise for that. But we'll get into it and we'll try and keep, pace as much as we can. I also want to say a big thank you to Tom, who's going to be helping moderate this. So anything in the chat, I'll be keeping his eye on everything and making sure it all runs smoothly, hopefully. So thank you very much to Tom. And let's jump straight in. So we've got DM13. Hello, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Melanthea, thank you so much. She says, when you're watching the Mad About Skin videos and notice is going live. Thank you. Yes, we do these lives every Saturday at 6 p.m. So you're always welcome. I've started announcing them a little bit beforehand. So hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for everyone to know, as a reminder, but it's all good. So thank you so much for joining. So Jenny says, Rob, I'm sending you some snow now between yesterday and today, 25 centimetres. We've had snow all week here in the UK, so much snow, and then it comes to the weekend where we can all go sledging and enjoy ourselves. Nothing. It's melted. It's all disappeared. And so, Jenny, yes, any snow that you have, send it my way. I would gladly have a little bit of snow. Celia, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Hope everything's amazing with you. And good to have you back, my love. I hope you feel a little bit better and all is wonderful. But I think it's only 55 degrees there. Celia, love, you can send some of your desert heat this way. Because it's definitely cold still here. Definitely cold. Let's have a look. So, I'm in Texas. We are still using our outdoor pool 2 weeks ago. Winter decided to show itself. I am just ready for a little bit of warmth now in the UK. Just a tiny bit of warmth will be welcome. Nothing too extreme, just, so I don't absolutely freeze. So, let's see what our first... Oh, we have our first question. Hello, Diana. Welcome, my love. Welcome. Hey, Panos and Elizabeth. Welcome. Hope everyone's having an amazing day. I was going to say good evening, Elizabeth, but I realised you're the other side of the world, so it's a good morning to everyone over in Australia. So, thank you for joining. Martha says, hello. I've missed a welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Let's have a look. Be Kind says, hello, Rob and everyone. Yeah, you have a moderator. Yes, Tom very kindly offered, and hopefully it will just make everything flow that little bit smoother, and you never know, I might actually keep up with the questions. I think that might be too much to ask, but we'll do our best. Let's have a look. Amber Queen says, hello. Thank you so much, my love. MP says, hi Rob, what do you think of the serum with these ingredients? It's snow mushroom, high on the list. Yeah, glycerin, benzoic acid, sodium glutamate. That sounds like a fairly standard snow mushroom serum, MP. So what I probably say is it sounds quite good. Snow mushroom is a natural extract and is in a little bit in its infancy. So I think the Inculus do one. I've never actually tried it, but I do hear that it's supposed to be, good for brightening the skin with hydration. I think the technology in snow mushroom is a little bit in the infancy, so I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I certainly think there's a place for it in skincare. It sounds like an okay serum. I just wonder what the price point is. I'd say go for it if it's a reasonable price point. I won't overpay for snow mushroom because I don't think there's the science to back it up. Interestingly, Adam Robert Lamb, who's another fantastic creator here on YouTube, he actually has a video dedicated to snow mushroom extract on his channel. Worth checking out because he'll give you his take on it. And I think he's used it as a product way more than I have. So hopefully that might give you a bit of perspective. Annika, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Have a look. She says you look fab always. Love the new glasses. Well, I had to get a new pair. There was a whole drama around the glasses. I've been walking around for the past week with sellotape and super glue, and it wasn't the best look. I styled it out as best I could, but it wasn't a great look. So I thought, no, let's snazz it up, let's change it about, and I ordered some new ones. So I'm wearing them. I can see again. The world is good. Hi Rob, how do you tell apart mineral and chemical sunscreens? That's a really good question, and I promised I'd stop saying that's a really good question, so I'm doing my best. but you know what, miracles, it might be too much, but I'll try my best. But actually, it can be quite easy to tell apart, because if you look on the back of the sunscreen, if it's got titanium dioxide or zinc oxide in, it's a mineral sunscreen. Everything else is going to be a chemical sunscreen. So there's only two mineral filters, which are titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. So look for those two. If they're in it, then it's going to be mineral based. If it's not, then you can assume it's chemical based. But they should say on most of them. Most of them do say, but not all of them. So Annika says, hey Rob, you look great. Thanks, Annika. Do you know what? I only come here for the compliments. That's it. But thank you so much. That's very kind. This is the windswept quarantine hair. Actually went out of the house, did some shopping. Very windy here. Got blown away, but I thought, oh well, saves jumping in the shower and sorting it all out. I was already running late, so we just jump on and we work with what we're given. Laura, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Christina, lovely to see you. Celia says, new holy grail, crave Great Barrier Relief. Celia, I was so late to the Great Barrier Relief party. People have been using it for years and saying how amazing it was, and I never really got on board with it. I don't think I tried it, or maybe I tried it once and I wasn't wowed, and so I never really got back onto it. And then I got sent it. I think Crave sent me it in like a package or whatever. I tried it, fell in love. Absolute holy grail. I'm with you on that. It's very nourishing, it's very hydrating, so I'd say it's better for people, you know, those dry days. I don't use it like when I'm feeling really greasy, but on those days where I'm so dry, it is so good. Such a good product. And not that expensive either. I thought it'd be more expensive. It was out of stock for so long, but if you can get your hands on it, fully recommend it. Such a good product. Panos says, starting you off with an easy one, do you recommend using vitamin C after cleansing and before toner or after toner? That's a really good question. Oh God, I said it again. I'm going to stop saying that. Actually, that is genuinely though, that is something a lot of people do wonder, where you place your vitamin C. I will place it after a toner, because I feel like a toner, whilst you're dabbing it on the skin, a lot of us tend to use it on a cotton round and we're wiping it off. So whatever product you put on before, if you're using a cotton round and toner, you're kind of wiping it off. So I would put it after. If you dab your toner on, then you could actually put it on before and then even out the pH of that vitamin C using the toner. So I think it depends how you apply your toner. But I just say as a general rule, after is preferable. But if you don't swipe, if you don't rub your toner across the face and wipe it, I think you can get away with using it before. Christy says, what are your favourite foods to eat while you travel? Travel seems like a distant memory. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't seem like I've been anywhere for years. But when I did travel, I like to try anything. I'm quite happy to try anything going. And I'm quite enthusiastic with my food. So if I find something I love, I eat it for the rest of the week and just obsess about it. Some of the best food I ever had, I loved the food in Thailand. I really enjoyed food when we went over to New York, because everything was just different and was wonderful. I kind of loved going to New York because there's so many different districts. You could get really authentic Chinese food in one place, and you can go somewhere literally down the road and get a totally different cuisine. So it was really good. But I am very enthusiastic and I pile it on my plate and then I just eat it without thinking. And I had one of my biggest food regrets is when we went to this really gorgeous, it was like a Japanese fusion deli place in New York. And they had guacamole, and I was like, yes, love guacamole, big into that, big scoop, dolloped, spread it on everything, shoved it in my mouth, ate it, and realised it was wasabi. Never again. So I say I eat anything going. I just love to experiment and try new things. Christina says, hi Rob, you look great. Thank you, Christina, and thank you so much for joining. It's already so busy, the chat, which is absolutely wonderful to see. So thank you so much everyone for joining. If you haven't already, I see 61 people have already smashed that like button, which is a record at this point in the chat. So thank you so much. If you haven't already, you know the drill. Smash that like button, as it really helps the channel. But thank you so much to everyone who already has. Actually, at the end of this video, we're trying some new things. Everyone really liked it last week. I got really good feedback where we jumped from the live stream. When it finishes at 7, we jump from the live stream straight into the video upload for that day. I always used to do the video uploads before the live stream, and I thought actually let's just segue into doing it as like a premiere. So for those that do want to stick around, we can keep the conversation going. After this live stream at 7, we are talking Paula's Choice. You might have already seen the little, thumbnail, but we're talking Paula's Choice. And I've got a few, let's just say thoughts. Let's call them as thoughts towards Paula's choice. Since I did my last review 6 months ago, so it's like a 6 month catch up. So if you want to hang around after 7 for that, it redirects you straight over to there if you want to stay tuned, and we're going to talk about that. Now, Mooney says, I'm happy to be here again. I'm happy to have you here, my love. Thank you so much for joining. I'm already used to applying retinaldehyde every other day with no issues. Should I progress to daily use, or should I keep it every second day? Really, I would say it depends on the results that you're getting from it. So if you're happy with the results that you're getting from it, I don't think there's anything wrong with stopping it every other day when it comes to a vitamin A derivative. We always want to push it to the strongest possible. Use the highest strength, use it as often as possible. It doesn't always give extra benefits. You could get sensitivity. I'd say if you're happy with the results, are you seeing the results you want to see? And are you happy that you're not too red, inflamed, you're not getting too much sensitivity? I'd probably keep it as every other day, but it's personal choice. And I do use a retinol, a vitamin A derivative, every evening, but I alternate between my prescription one and a lower strength over-the-counter one, and that works really well for me. So I'd say it depends on you and what you're experiencing with it. There's nothing wrong with going to once a day, but I say never push it just for the sake of it. Jocelyn says, will you purge from vitamin C? You will from a pure form vitamin C, so ascorbic acid or L-ascorbic acid. From a derivative, you probably would be less likely to purge, though you still could. Not everybody purges from every product. This is this misconception that everyone, you use a vitamin C and you will purge. I've used so many vitamin C's over my many years in skincare, and I've never purged from it, but I do know people that do. So I'd say it's one of those products that can, but it doesn't automatically. Like retinol definitely will get a purge. Vitamin C, not always, but it's something to bear in mind if if you've got a wedding around the corner, you don't want to start using a vitamin C 3 weeks beforehand. But if you've got time where you can incorporate it without too much worry, a little bit of purging might happen. Andra says, name pronounced like Andra, not Andrea. I think I pronounced it right, but that's fine. That's good. If you have a name that you think I'll struggle to pronounce, please spell it out, because I'm always appreciative of that. Hope you're well. Just wondering how you felt about the bergamot oil in the iUnique Centella cream. Now, bergamot oil is one of those ingredients that people just don't want to stay away from. It adds a really nice scent. I'm actually drinking here. This is Earl Grey tea, and Earl Grey tea is scented and flavoured with bergamot, and it smells divine. And so people add it to things to give a nicer scent. I don't have an issue with bergamot. It doesn't trigger my skin. Some people do get very irritated to it, and the more they use it, the more irritation happens. Generally speaking, I'm okay with it. I tend to avoid it if I can, and I might look for other products out there. If I really like the product and it's got a small amount of bergamot in, I don't worry too much. I just say it's probably the most likely to cause irritation of all the extras that you could add into products. So I'd be a bit mindful of it, but I personally don't mind it at all. Gabrielle, good evening. Hope your evening is awesome. My evening is amazing. I get to sit down to chat with you guys. We've got a video going live after this. Everything's good. The heating's on, so I'm actually warm. What is your opinion on hyaluronic acid and xylitol combination? I like the two together. I think they're fine if they're in a product. I won't reach out and get a hyaluronic acid and xylitol combination. This fine. People say they shouldn't be mixed together. People say they work better together. I'm just always very mindful of not adding too much hyaluronic acid in general into my routine, because I think we overdo it with it as a product. So my general view would be minimize hyaluronic acid, and I wouldn't get it as a standalone serum. That would be my answer. Crystal, hello, my love. Thank you for joining. Iglabu, I never say your name right, and I'm really so sorry. Hello, Rob. I'm in the process of adopting a dog. Yay! I already found who might be a good fit, and I want to hear to come to Germany for a foster mother to see how she's with cats. I'm so excited. I can only imagine. I am kind of thinking about getting another dog. Possibly, we're working on how. Obviously, I've got cats as well, so it's really important that they're cat friendly. And we've seen one online that I really like, called Patrick Swayze. Just as a side note, I don't know who'd call a dog Patrick Swayze, but I love that name, and I'm definitely going to keep it if we do adopt them. So it's can live with confident cats is how it's described. Well, they don't get more confident than my cats, so I'm sure they'll be fine. But I definitely keep you posted, because I love all things. I'm animal mad. Siobhan says, hi Rob, I'm finally able to join, and I'm so glad you can, my love. Thank you so much. Nala says, hi Rob, how do I use the Neod eye fractionate contrast? How do I use the Neod eye fractionate correctly, and can I use it with vitamin C? That's a really really difficult combination to make it work, because I find vitamin C it's an expensive product, and the vitamin C could denature it a little bit. And I think if you're paying good money for a product, you don't want to risk any denaturing. So I wouldn't use it with vitamin C. You can use it with a vitamin C derivative, but not with a pure form vitamin C. And I would generally be a little bit mindful of that. But how you should use it is you can use it twice a day. I use it once a day on a morning. I just find it's a reasonably expensive product. I want to make it last, and I find that once a day I get really good results with it. Just put it on the under eye area up to where you get up, take it up a little bit, like you're doing a winged liner. Like think of if you're doing a big cat eye look, and kind of up to that area and down again, and then on the lid as well. People always forget the lid, and I think, you know, that's one of the few products you can put on the eyelid, won't cause irritation and will improve the appearance of the eye area. So definitely never forget the lid. How will you celebrate Valentine's Day? In lockdown in the UK. I don't think Valentine's Day is happening for many people this year, but you know what, I love. I text all my friends in the morning, happy Valentine's Day. I think it's a great opportunity to share a bit of love, share around the love, and enjoy, you know, just basking in a bit of love, let's put it that way. Tomorrow's video for Valentine's Day, I thought I'd keep it a bit chill, keep it a bit relaxed, and make it a bit more, you know, informal. And we're just going to do a morning skincare routine. So it's 20 minutes of me doing my skincare. You can kind of see which products I'm using at the moment and how I'm piecing them together. And we're going to put it live early in the morning. Normally, I put my videos live in the afternoon here in the UK. It's going to go early in the morning so that hopefully you can join me and do your morning skincare routine with me, share your products in the comments and everything like that. So that's what I'm doing for Valentine's Day, and I'm quite happy about it. It'd be nice to go out for a meal. It'd be nice to do all the fabulous things that people, you know, do on Valentine's Day, but it's not to be this year, and it's all good. It's all good. I'd love to know what you guys are doing, so leave me a comment. Francis says, tips on dermatitis. I would always say, if you are worried that you have dermatitis or that you suspect you have dermatitis, it is always better to get checked out by a professional, because it can mask as so many different things, and you could need, you know, it could be fungally led, it could be bacterial, it could just be dermatitis. There's so many things it could be, and I think it's better to get a proper diagnosis so you can make sure that you're treating it right. That would be my recommendation, because even in these times where it's not always accessible to just pop along to the dermatologist, you can do online consultations and things, and that would probably be my recommendation, just to make sure that you definitely have something and you know what to treat it with. Veronique says, good evening from Africa. Oh, love to anyone tuning in from Africa. I did look at the stats of where people do view the videos on this channel from, and we get an awful lot of views from both Kenya and from Nigeria. So anybody on the African continent, sending lots and lots of love. Marlene says, good evening, Rob. Hello from Paris. Sending lots and lots of love to Paris. I imagine it is just as cold in Paris as it is here in the UK, so I'm sending you lots of warming vibes. Now, I'm going to have a quick sip of my aforementioned Earl Grey tea. So if you haven't already, if you could smash that like button. We're up to 90 likes, and we're 20 minutes in. That's like mind blown. So thank you so much, everybody. That's way too hot. That is way too hot. I've got one of those heated mats. Someone recommended I get like a heated mat to keep my tea warm. And I thought, oh, I'll order one on, I think I got it off Amazon. I got it, and you plug it in, and I thought, I'm not sure how good this is going to be. That's scorching hot, so it definitely works. Christina says, I have a question. Is it my understanding that copper peptides cannot be used in the same routine with tretinoin? I've seen some people saying it's fine. What do you say? This comes up an awful lot. And the way I did some research, because I thought, that's just not true. You definitely can use it in the same routine. Where is this coming from? And there was a piece of research done quite some time ago. So when people were using Retin A, the original Retin A, which was like the original high strength tretinoin, it was a very low pH, so you couldn't use peptides alongside it. They've reformulated it many times since, and they've brought the pH up, because low pH and retinol just doubles the risk of side effects. So they've brought the pH up, and you still get the effectiveness. So you absolutely can use it with your retinoids. Any vitamin A derivative and peptides work well together. It's a bit like the old vitamin C and niacinamide can't go together myth, again from a study done years ago. But all these formulations evolve over time. Our understanding of products change, and so we change our mindset towards these things, which is why I think that still persists. But no, you can absolutely use it in the same routine. Marie says, hi, I struggle with redness between my eyebrows. I think it may be rosacea, but it may just be irritating. Do you have any product recommendations? Yeah, I would always say the first, if you've got redness and maybe low level irritation, the first thing you should always reach for is an azelaic acid, because that is the one ingredient in skincare that is clinically proven to reduce redness, as particularly redness associated with rosacea. So it'll really help you. I wouldn't go in with a full strength azelaic acid straight away because it might be too much for the skin. Go for a derivative. My favorite is the Geek and Gorgeous derivative I mention all the time, but there are other ones out there. I'd start with the derivative and then work your way up. I'm now using a 15% azelaic acid from Face Theory and loving it, but I wouldn't start there. I'd slowly build the way up. Now, just a quick break from questions. I just wanted to show you a few things. I got some parcels in the mail and I was going to do like an unboxing video. Then I thought, no, let's share it to break it up on these chats and show you some few things. So the Inculist sent me this, which is the PCA Bond Repair Hair Treatment. So I don't know if you've seen this. They advertise it like, we don't do hair. Have you ever seen James Walsh's channel where he does like skincare and sometimes hair? I think he's actually dropped that intro, which I was gutted about because I loved it. We don't do hair on this channel really, but they sent me these and I thought, okay, well, I'll give them a go. I don't have particularly damaged hair, so I'm going to give them some friends to try so we can see what they work. But it's supposed to be a little bit like Olaplex, if anyone's ever used the Olaplex, you know, for like dry damaged hair. I love the packaging on these. It looks so good, and it's in like a spray. I won't spray because it'll go everywhere. But let me know if you'd like a review of it, and let me know if you want my thoughts on it as a product. I got a box here from Face Theory today, which was so kind of them. For those of you that haven't seen some of my latest videos, Face Theory actually, out of the blue, not affiliate or anything, I don't get any money from it at all, but said if anyone wants to buy any of their products, if they use code MADABOUTSKIN25, all capitals, then you get 25% off everything. Like literally everything on their website. So if anyone's going to buy anything from Face Theory at any point in the future, don't forget to use that code. I don't benefit from it in the slightest, but you guys get 25% off, so it's win-win. And they have sent me their new, I think it's launching this week, exfoliator, which is their glyconosal solution, which is 8% glycolic acid, 1% salicylic acid, and 1% lactic acid. Beautiful combination, so I can't wait to try that. But this is what I've got some masks as well. So in this box here is their face masks that I'm gonna try out for a video I'm doing on favourite face masks. But I'm just gonna share this with you guys. I know this is so pedestrian and boring, but you know when you find something that you are genuinely like shocked and gagged at, and I couldn't wait to share it with you. These are the Face Theory organic reusable cotton rounds. I have searched high and low for a decent reusable cotton round, and I found the ones on Beauty Bay. I think they're from Revolution Skincare and they're pretty good, but I've never actually found like one that I really like. This, hands down, they're huge, so you can bend them over if you're wanting to use like two different, you can use multiple things on them. They are so good. These have already been through the wash, so you can see they actually stay clean. I love them. So if you guys are looking out for, I didn't know the price of them, so because they actually sent me to them a couple of days ago, so I don't know the price of them, but it's Face Theory, so they won't be too much. These are like the best cotton, organic cotton, and they come in this little wash thing so you can wash them. So good, and definitely think they're the best reusable cotton rounds I've ever found. Now, enough waffling, let's get back with some questions. So Annika says, do you know the brands Q&A and Transparent Lab? Have you ever tried them? I did. So Annika, Q&A Skincare are available here in the UK at Holland & Barrett. I did a whole review on them, one of my earliest videos. So if you, after this, type in Mad About Skin Q&A Skincare and you'll find it. Don't judge me, it was one of my first videos. I think it's probably on the dreadful side, but the opinions are still valid, so it's all good. I loved a lot of their products. The only thing I think I didn't really like is they did like a licorice lip balm. I wasn't a huge fan of that, but everything else really good. Cruelty-free, affordable, like so affordable. Really love them. So yeah, after this, after you've seen the Paula's Choice video, if you're still starved for content, Google, like, type in Mad About Skin Q&A Skincare and you'll see my review of that. Just don't read me to filth for the really poor editing in it. Justin says, any mineral SPFs for oily combo skin? I think mineral SPFs work wonderfully on combination and oily skin anyway, because they tend to be quite drying and dry quite matte. They work really well for skin like me. I go for the Inculist, or if we're talking drugstore, the Inculist is such a good one, because it gives a slight drying to the skin, which I like, because it keeps me matte all day. So I really enjoy that one. I've been really liking the Badger Sun. That's mineral, but that is very heavy white cast, so that's like super high strength beachwear one. But again, really good, and those would be the two that I'd say never break me out and mattify me, keep me matte all day long. Rebecca says, hello, greetings from Hungary, sending lots and lots of love. Cherise says, hi Rob, have you tried the Avant-Garde silicone mask that James Welsh reviewed? No, but I saw his review and I was very jealous. So I will actually try and get one, because I'd love to try it and share it with you. And of course, when I try it, do not worry, you'll be getting a review, no worries. JK Loves Mary says, happy Saturday. Hunt, thank you so much for joining, and happy Saturday to you. Hope you're staying safe and well. Have you tried Alpha H's vitamin C and grapeseed serum, or the vitamin A and retinol serum? I have actually got a whole set of Alpha H products that they really kindly sent to me that I haven't even had a chance to open and try yet. I've got a little bit of a backlog, and in there is definitely the retinol, the vitamin A and retinol one, and I cannot wait to try it. So I haven't tried it. I love Alpha H. I know it's going to be good before I've even opened it. You know those brands that you know you're going to love a product before you even try it. Alpha H is kind of one of those brands, and I really can't wait to try it. So I'm going to see. My only thing with Alpha H is some of their pricing is a little bit up there, so it has to really impress me for me to say I think it's worth the price point. But you'll be the first to know, promise. Amber Queen says, I hope Marcel joins us today. He was around, so he was in the doghouse for glasses related incidents, but now he's my friend again, so we're all good. He's got a little TP, so he's got like a little like cat TP thing, and he usually sleeps in that. He moves all day. He just moves from bed to, he's got like 8 cat beds, and he moves from bed to bed to bed, just laying out. Laziest animal I've ever met. So he might join us, and I'll try and get him to join us later. Terry says, hi Rob, how does repigment play with others? Can it be led with acids, tretinoin, antioxidants, peptides? Yeah, it's a difficult one to actually put in. The results are really great, but it can be difficult to piece in your routine. I usually say it pairs really well with retinols. So I use mine on an evening with my retinol. I tend to use it with my peptides as well. I've never had any problems, and I can't see any reason why it wouldn't work with a peptide. So I would say, because it is still acidic and it is still going to be working on that pigment, I would keep it to a reasonably simple routine if you want to use the repigment. Something like repigment, peptide, retinol, absolutely fine. You should be fine. With Survival Zero, it's kind of the opposite. It's a super flexible product. You can literally use the Survival Zero wherever you want in your routine. Use it once a day because it's got a 24-hour mechanism of action. So you can use it in the evening and it still protects you in the morning, or you can use it in the morning and it protects you all day long. It's up to you. Again, just put it on before you put your SPF, and it's super flexible. Most of the antioxidants are quite stable in it, so you shouldn't worry too much about its interacting. I just keep it away from exfoliating acids. That's just good practice, because you don't want to impair it anyway. But sending lots and lots of love to Canada, my love. Thank you for joining. Celia says, looks like you're in a different room for your live. Any opinions on Sunday Riley in general, specific faves? I am Celia, actually. I've done it like 2 weeks in this room, I think. Basically, my phone I smashed, as you all know, and it was so fuzzy was the picture. It was so bad. And I was going to go out and spend a fortune on a new camera and be like, yes, for the lives, let's spend some money. Then I realised I've got an Apple Mac in a room and it's probably got a built-in camera. Turns out I had a built-in camera on it all the time, so I was just an idiot for not realising that sooner. So I switched rooms to take advantage of that. Sunday Riley. So I really like Sunday Riley, and every time I mention Sunday Riley, I get so much, questions in the comments, and people saying, how can you like a brand? How can you call out other brands for being unethical, and then you're fine with Sunday Riley? Sunday Riley had a bit of an issue about 6 years ago. It might even be less than that. It might be like 4 or 6 years ago, where they were asking their staff members to put fake reviews of their products online. That's not good. That's not acceptable. It was called out. They removed all the reviews and they said this never happens again. They issued an apology that said, unreservedly, we're so sorry. However, we were only doing it because so many of our competitors leave negative reviews on our products. We wanted to offset that by putting positive ones. Still not right. 2 wrongs don't make a right. And there was never any proof that was happening anyway. So all of that happened. 4 years later, I've always said, second chance saloon. I think everybody gets a second chance in life. And I don't know why we'd still be holding that against the brand. But I understand why people maybe don't want to purchase from them. So I stay pretty much on the second chance board of that. But every time I mention it, people are always like, they're unethical, how dare you? I actually really like their products. I love the Saturn Sulfur Mask. That is, if I'm having a really bad breakout and I'm feeling super oily, that just mattifies everything and just sorts everything out in an instant. I really like their Ceramic Slip Cleanser, one of my first cleansers I ever tried, so I've got a little bit of a soft spot for that and it works really well. Their Tidal Enzyme Water Gel, I like. It's a bit expensive, but it does give a nice, like, lightweight feel to it. I like it, but I do understand when people say I don't think it's worth it for the price. Those would be my 3 recommendations. The cost to do the CEO Glow and all of the other good stuff, which is great, but I think those would be my 3. If you're going to try something, I'd say the Saturn is a definite if you have oily skin and breakouts. The Ceramic Slip is just a gorgeous cleanser, and I like that Water Enzyme Cream, but some people, it gets more mixed reviews online. Melinthia says, if you could only choose one, what would you choose? The ordinary buffet with copper or the K-brand Logically Skin? Oh, I like Logically Skin. I really like Logically Skin as a company. My criticism of them is they are way up there in price for some things. They do a gorgeous like peptide spray mist that I loved when I got a little trial size. Loved. And then I looked at the price of it and it was like £90. I was like, no, never gonna happen. So I would go for the ordinary buffet with copper just because I think the price point is a little bit better and you're still going to get great results. But I do think Logically Skin are a gorgeous brand if you want something that looks super. The packaging looks gorgeous and the products are so good. Great technology, peptide technology in there. I would just say think about the price. Drew says 3 degrees Fahrenheit here in Colorado, -2 tomorrow. Ooh, I can feel how cold that must be. What do you think of tea tree oil to treat acne? Thanks. Tea tree oil is fine if you don't use it neat. So many people dab it on neat and I'm like, oh, no. If you've got acne and you want to mix it with water and use it as a spritz, keep it in the fridge, it's cooling, it's calming. There are a lot of proven benefits to tea tree oil. It's antibacterial, it's antimicrobial, and it's anti-inflammatory. A lot of benefits, great for people with acne. I just think we overdo it and it's quite stripping and it's quite drying if you use it neat. So just make sure you use it properly. But yeah, I quite like it for acne. I've always used it, but a lot of people can be sensitive to it. So I'd say use with caution. MS says, hi Rob, hello my love, thank you. Let's have a look. MP says, thanks for the answer about snow mushroom, love from Rome, sending lots and lots of love to Italy. Just putting this out there, I really dig this dark Rob aesthetic today. Thank you. I get called out so often for only wearing blue. Apparently I live in blue, and I do love blue. I really like blue. So we're kind of going for this. This is actually dark green, and I thought to myself, do you know what? It was the first time I was leaving the house in days to go shopping. I was like, I'm going to dress up for the occasion. Why not put a shirt on, make an event of it? And I do quite like this shirt. Yeah, so I might go a little bit darker. I actually found when you're filming stuff, just a side note, when you're filming stuff, lighter stuff can look a bit washed out. So you either need to look for like thumbnails and stuff for videos. You either have to wear something super dark or super bright. Because if you wear like greys or whites, it all just kind of looks a bit meh when you come to like do the thumbnail and stuff video. So yeah, I'm going to try going a little bit darker. I just worry that people, I sometimes in my head I worry that if people wear dark clothing it looks a bit depressive. It's not, it's all in my head and I'm going to rock the look. Panel says Neod copper peptide before vitamin C or after. Ooh, I would put before and then I'd put something in between. So put the copper amino isolate on, then put like a toner or something, then your vitamin C, just to separate the two. But I'd always put the copper peptide on first because I think the closer to the skin, the better it's going to be working for you. Marlene says, going to buy Face Theory X Glow. Thank you for your discount code. What do you think about the Face Theory vitamin C? Now, I just love Face Theory, and I just think they're one of those brands that are so nice. When they send, just as a side note, when they send products to try, different brands, and I can only speak from my experience, but different brands take different approaches. So some brands message and say, we'll send you this product on the condition that you do a review on it. I'm like, no, because A, I don't want to be rude about a product which has been sent, free of charge, because I think that's quite rude. But equally, I don't want to pretend to like something and lie to you guys because it's been sent. So no, so I always say it's got to come with no, requirements. If you want to send me a product, if I like it, I'll review it. If I don't, it's fine. Some people take that view. Face Theory are so good. They've got a really, really lovely customer service team that send stuff, and they were just like, yeah, if you want to, we're gonna send you some product. If you want to review it, let us know. And here's a code, by the way, if your subscribers want to save some money. They don't do affiliate links. So affiliate links is where I put a link in the description box. You guys click on it and buy the product at no cost to you, and the channel gets some money. We actually donate it all to charity on this channel anyway, but we do, we raise it for some good charities that change like every couple of months. They don't do affiliate, which I think is kind of, in a way, it's kind of saying, look, our products are great. We think they should sell themselves, but here's a code. So I think I'd rather you guys get the discount than me some commission. So I'm thrilled. If you want to buy anything, 25% off. That to me is a good discount. I would definitely recommend the Extra Glow. I think it's tranexamic acid at its best. It's beautifully balanced. It glides onto the skin. It gives you the best glowing complexion. Just so good. The vitamin C, it's a pure form vitamin C, and I'm not a fan of pure form vitamin C's. I tend to go for derivatives, but it's a good quality vitamin C. So I'd say if you want a vitamin C and you're shopping at Face Theory, definitely put one in your basket at the same time as the Extra Glow. But I prefer a vitamin C derivative personally. Zania says, hey love, thank you for joining. Laura says, hi Rob, I love your channel. Thank you so much. I have, however, just realised how behind I am with the comments, so I'm going to speed up, attempt to. Tina says, happy weekend, I smashed the like button for you, Rob. Thank you. Everybody, do as Tina has done and smash that like button if you haven't already. Quick question, I'm going to be starting Finasa 15%. Can I use other brightening ingredients with it or not? You can, Tina. I would just say it is strong. And I would probably recommend that you tone everything back when you introduce it and then increase again gradually. You can use loads of stuff behind it, but I think it takes about a month for your skin to get used to it. It's not quite like retinol takes months and months, but I think you've got to allow your skin to get used to it. So I'd strip everything back, introduce it, and then add everything in after that. Zania says, what's the best cleanser for dry, mature skin? My mum has never had any skincare routine. I want to get her some products. I think that's a lovely idea. I love buying people skincare, especially if they're not really into skincare. I think it's a really nice place to start. If I was looking for a cleanser for mature skin, I would definitely go for a balm or an oil-based cleanser, because that will just help everything be nourished and hydrated. I would definitely, I always go on about the Enquiries Oat Cleansing Balm, and you've all just gone, ugh, that again. But I do find it really great. I think it's so nice to use. I love this ordinary square length cleanser as well. I know it's maybe not giftable because it's not that like expensive looking and nice, but it's still really affordable. And if you want somewhere affordable to start so your mum can try a couple of products, I think the Enquiries Oat Cleansing Balm and the Square Length Cleanser by The Ordinary are two really nice ones that you don't cost a lot. Try to find the one that works best for her skin and then continue to buy it after that, but both of those will work really well. Leona says, hello, what do you think about the brand Filorga? I have never heard of it and never tried it, my love, so leave me a comment if you have and if you've got any product recommendations. I watch all these videos back the day later and list all the things that I've committed to do for people. I will definitely buy some of their products and try it out because I love your recommendations. So yeah, I'm happy to do a review, but I've never actually heard of them. Rika says, it's a shame that Crave doesn't ship to Europe. I got it sent to me. So Crave, you can kind of sometimes find a way around it. The UK, I think you can sometimes get it. Mainland Europe, I know it's really difficult. I know Tom's saying as well it's really expensive in Canada. I actually think Crave is really affordable. Compared to, for the quality, I think it's affordable, but it can be difficult to get here in Europe. And I think I got my Great Barrier sent to me. I think I just got it sent, which probably means it might not be available here in the UK. But let me know if anyone does know any sites where you can get the Crave Great or any of their products. Is it? No, it's in the other room. So Panos says, an alternative to the Crave Barrier Relief is a liquid gold by Stratia. Yes. I have it in the other room, which is proof I'm using it. So I've been trying it out, the whole range. I'm going to do a full review of Stratia in a couple of weeks. I want to keep going with a couple of their products to work out like the best way to incorporate in the routine. But their liquid gold is just, it does what it says on the tin. It is like liquid gold. It is so good and cruelty free. And yes, I don't want to ruin the whole review by telling you what I like and don't from the brand, but that liquid gold is gold. Nicole says, sunscreen for sensitive skin. I personally would start with a mineral sunscreen, Nicole. I think mineral sunscreens work best for sensitive skin, and I would probably go for something affordable. I did a video recently on the best SPFs, and most of those were mineral ones, the tried, tested, and verified. So check that video out because there's some great ones, and all of those mineral ones would work with sensitive skin. Let's have a look. Annalisa says, any thoughts on the Korean brand I'm from? Hope you're staying safe and mentally healthy. Lots of love from the Philippines. Thank you so much, my love, and sending lots of love to the Philippines. I know the whole lockdown can take it out of people, and some people are struggling more than others. I'm lucky that I've got you guys. I've got the channel to keep me busy, and I'm busier than I've ever been. But I'm sending lots and lots of love to everyone who is, maybe not living their normal life at the moment. I'm sending lots and lots of love. I'm from. I think they're really good. They do a rice toner that's quite nice. I don't use them. They're quite difficult to get here in the UK, and I haven't been wowed by any of their products. I find a lot of their products are nice, but I'm not wowed by them, if that makes sense. So I would say, use with caution. But yeah, there's certainly good products. Now, guys, if you haven't already, if you could smash the like button, we're 120 likes. I'm so grateful for all you guys. Thank you so much. And the room's busier than it's ever been, which is absolutely amazing. So thank you so much. If you haven't already, if you smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, so you never miss a thing. And I'll just have a sip of my still piping hot tea. So good. Don't stop saying it's a really good question. It's so nice to hear. It's because actually I don't, there is the saying there's no such thing as a stupid question, and I agree that if you're thinking it, 1,000,001 other people are probably still wanting to ask that question. But you guys ask some really probing questions. I never come on here and think it's like, ugh, I know this same old questions time and time again. There's so much going on. So I love all your questions. Christy says, my face at the wasabi story. Yeah, so no. My brother tricked me into eating a mouthful when we were young, and I know the feeling. Yeah, not great. Maya says, I have some rosacea around my nose, and lately I got some pimples. What product would you recommend? I would honestly recommend an azelaic acid, and I'd also recommend a salicylic acid, but maybe a lower strength. Salicylic acid in a 2% concentration is great for dry skin, for oily skin, sorry, but in a lower strength, like a 0.5 or a 1%, it's actually quite therapeutic and will help with the pimples, but also calm the skin as well. But azelaic acid is a must. DM13 says, haha, instead of guacamole, pour up. Yeah. You make that mistake once, my love. I'm never going to do it again. I can't look at guacamole in the same way. I shiver every time I look at it. So let's have a look and see. Oh, I've lost my place where I am with the questions. This is not good. Let's have a look. Jenny, if you have a nut allergy, could you have a reaction to the macadamia seed oil? This is a good question. I get asked all the time. If you have a nut allergy, I would always say stay away from nut-based ingredients. The chances of you having a reaction to it, minimal, because it's processed, and so it's not like eating a nut. But do you want to risk it? I just say no. It's a firm no. I would always stay away from it. I have a milk allergy, so I can't do anything with lactose in, otherwise I get hivey and awful. And lactic acid is originally derived from milk. Most of it's synthetically produced. So I've used lactic acid, you guys know I love it. And I tried one brand's lactic acid and it wasn't synthetically produced, and it was like Hive Central. So I always say, just to be on the safe side, I stay away from it. Obviously I'm lying because I'm not going to give up my lactic acid. I'm just going to stick with the ones I know work. But I think nut allergies can be dangerous. I personally stay away from anything with a nut derivative in. Lillian says, hi, I love your channel. What's the best ingredients to thin the nasal skin envelope nose, especially after rhinoplasty and thin skin? Oh, this is a very interesting question. So first of all, thanks for your lovely comment. I think isotretinoin is probably going to be your best bet, but it's only going to work if you're applying it orally. And I would say if you've had a rhinoplasty, go back to the person that did it, because they kind of know your history. And I would definitely recommend you check out oral vitamin A derivatives. But speak to your prescriber, because A, it has to be prescription, and B, they'll know what's going on and any contraindications. But yeah, I'd probably say, from my limited experience of it, I'd probably say an oral vitamin A would probably work the best. Blaine said, finally able to join the live. Hello from the Philippines. It's 2 a.m. here, but I wanted to be here. Blaine, thank you for sharing your very early morning with us and sending lots of love to the Philippines. BK says, Rob, do you have any Korean moisturiser recommendations for dry winter skin, budget friendly if possible? I tend to go for my I think Korean moisturizers tend to be usually on the lighter side. They tend to be great for my skin, oily, acne prone. I would fully recommend the Blythe Press Serum. It's lightweight and it's gel-like, but you can add layers. So put one layer on, wait for it to sink in, add another layer, and it doubles up on the strength of it. So I would say do that and just put the number of layers on that you need. It also goes on beautifully on top of a facial oil. So if you put your facial oil and lock it in with the Blythe Press Serum, they're cruelty-free, it smells divine, it's a great product, and it's budget-friendly as well. Rekka says, the Purito Deep Sea Water Cream was scented with bergamot and I hated the smell. I think bergamot is a love it or hate it scent. I love it. This is my tea and it's like, smells so fresh and lovely, but I think you've got to really like bergamot to actually want it in products. Akashi says, good morning. Hello, my love. Thank you for saying hi. Going out on a walk. Oh, it's too cold here to go out on a walk, so I hope you enjoy your walk and you stay warm. Let's have a look. TD says, anyone have suggestions for moisturiser without dimethicone and with ceramides for oily skin? No CeraVe PM. No CeraVe PM. I would recommend, if you're looking for Ceramedex is my absolute favourite. It's the cruelty-free dupe to CeraVe, and they do a tub of cream that's so affordable, and it's packed full of ceramides, and it's just a really nice product. So I'd recommend the Ceramedex, and I always recommend it to people. Harder to get here in the UK, really accessible in the US. Alicia says, any recommendations for extremely sensitive skin for moisture under my nose? I'm having bad allergies and every moisturiser I own burns. Now, Alicia, I'm saying this to you and I want everyone else to shut their ears because I'm not endorsing this at all. But if you get a petroleum jelly style product, you know I'm against slugging, you know I'm against Vaseline slathering it on the face. Under the nose, it's actually really good because it'll stop allergies. It stops like the particles that could be causing any allergies going up your nose because it sticks to it rather than going up the nose. It will hydrate and it will lock everything in, particularly if you put a nice serum, like a real gentle serum on underneath. That would be my recommendation. But nobody else apply Vaseline to your face. Only Alicia. Everyone else, do not do it. But actually, I do find under the nose, especially in allergy season, it can work really well just to dampen everything down. And Anya says, can acne-prone skin use a La Roche-Posay Cicaplast balm, please? Yeah, I used a La Roche-Posay Cicaplast for years with my acne and never had a problem. I would use it sparingly. I don't think you need a really thick layer on, but yeah, if you do a full skincare routine and finish it with the Cicaplast balm, I think your skin will absolutely love it. Now, guys, we are close. We've got 15 minutes left. I've got plenty of time for questions, so keep them coming. I will, after this video finishes at 7, we go straight over to today's video on Paula's Choice. For those of you that didn't hear the announcement earlier, basically, we're trying something a little bit different the last 2 weeks. Straight after the live stream finishes at 7, you get redirected. You can click out if you don't want to be redirected, but you get redirected to today's video, and we're going to do it as a live premiere so I could chat to you as we talk Paula's Choice. I have had mixed feelings about Paula's Choice. It's not a brand I particularly recommend on this channel a lot, not because the products aren't good. We're going to go into a little bit of why in that video. I've still got some favourite products of theirs that I'm going to share, and I'd love to know your opinions on it. So hopefully after this you'll jump over and join me on the Paula's Choice video. In the meantime, I'm going to have a sip of my tea. If you haven't already, if you can smash that like button, and I'm going to sip my tea and we'll carry on with the questions. Arcadia says, hi there, thanks for all the product suggestions. I just got some sunscreen you suggested the other day. Oh, Arcadia, which one was it? And let me know what you think. I love to know what you think of the products. And Anya says, hope you're doing well. I am, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Siobhan says, Rob, what do you recommend for my dry and dehydrated skin? My price point is up to $30. You can get an awful lot for $30, and I would recommend getting yourself a down and dirty drugstore moisturiser. Something that you don't mind slathering on as often as you need. Not breaking the bank, just really affordable. And mix in a jojoba oil. Get yourself a pure virgin cold pressed jojoba oil. A few drops of that into it. Mix it in. Slather it on the face. You can almost wear it like a mask, and then just get a little towel or a reusable cotton round and wipe off the excess before you want to put any makeup on or go out of the house. And your skin will be hydrated to the gods. That's a really good point. Akeshi says, actually, Purito have removed the essential oils from their deep sea water cream. Now, do be careful when you order. I ordered mine from Stylevana and it was removed. It didn't have the bergamot oil in there. Same with the Make Prem UV Defense sunscreen, which I love, that had bergamot in it and doesn't. They're still selling through stock, so you don't know when you're buying it, whether you're getting the one with bergamot or without. If you shop on Stylevana for the Purito Deep Sea Water Cream and the Make Prem UV Defense Meat, both are without the bergamot. I know that because I ordered them and I checked, so you can definitely guarantee if you order from there. I can't speak for other sites because I don't know. Let's have a look. What are your thoughts on benzoyl peroxide for acne? I love it. It dries you out, so just be a bit careful that you will have to up your hydration game, but it works so well for me. Whenever I had an acne breakout, I loved benzoyl peroxide. Works really nicely with retinols as well. Amy says, happy Lunar New Year to all. Sending lots of Lunar New Year love to you too. Year of the Ox. Yeah, it used to be the Year of the Rat, I think. And I think most people would agree last year was a bit of a ratty year. This year, it's the Year of the Ox, so hopefully everyone has a absolutely wonderful year. ZK says, my cheeks tend to be a problem area for acne. I've been cleansing. I've used salicylic acid and niacinamide, which have helped. I have oily skin. Any suggestions? I would recommend sulfur. This is a really great way of toning everything down and mopping up the excess oil and preventing future oil production. So I always recommend sulfur to people. It can be hard to get in some countries. So if you can't get a sulfur mask, get yourself the succinic acid treatment by the Inculist, which works in a very similar way. Apply it to the areas as a thick mask. Your skin will love you. It just keeps my skin so matte and really helps. I used to be so shiny and now it's just made such a difference. Victoria says, looking forward to tomorrow's routine video. I'm doing my AM routine as I watch now in LA. Sending love, or sending lots and lots of love to what I'm assuming is a very warm LA. So I'm sending lots of love. And yeah, tomorrow we're doing a morning skincare routine. I thought I haven't done one for ages. It's Valentine's Day. Let's share the love, bask in some new products, and yeah, just do my morning routine. So thank you so much for anyone that's going to join, and I look forward to seeing you all there. Do I have any tips for people who are congested skin and clogged pores, like not full on acne but just lots of little colour bumps with sebum inside? Yes, I would fully recommend doing an oil cleanse. Now this seems totally counterintuitive to why, if you've got oil and clogged pores, you're putting oil on, but get the right oil and massage it into the skin. We often massage it in for maybe 10-20 seconds. 60 is ideal. Massage it in for 10 minutes. That seems ridiculous, but time it. Do it for 10 minutes. Some people do it for longer, but really go into it, and that will pull out all of that. It'll sort of take the caps off safely off some of those comedones, just help release some of the gunk from the skin. You'll notice such a difference if you do it once a week. Over a month, you'll notice such a difference. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you, my love. Depends where in the world you are. We are technically still in the evening on the 13th, so it's tomorrow when we're celebrating here in the UK. But if you are ahead of us, happy Valentine's Day to all. FR says, what are your thoughts on vitamin C by Purito? You should get more hype, by the way. Thank you. That's very kind. I had a really bad experience with the vitamin C from Purito. I love Purito as a brand. I love most of their products. Their vitamin C was so yellow and so smelly and orangey when it came. It had oxidized already. I actually have reached out to Purito and see if they could send me a replacement, because I said in my video on Purito I really didn't like it. It oxidizes quickly. But I could have just had a bad batch. The lid could have been slightly broken. I could have just had a bad batch. So I'm actually going to try it again with a fresh pair of eyes and see what I think. But I wasn't a huge fan when I tried it, but I don't know whether that's the product itself or it was just a bad one that I got. Bangtan says, hi, I was wondering if CeraVe Smoothing Cleanser is good for fungal acne. It isn't one that I would personally use for fungal acne, as there are some oils in there. I can recommend some. I'll leave some comments. I'll leave a comment below after the video, some fungal acne safe cleansers that I would recommend. I think going for a fungal acne safe moisturizer cleanser and then using a separate salicylic acid is probably the best. Kelly C says, hello Rob. Hello Kelly. Sending lots of love, and I hope you're well. I'm wondering which you would recommend out, the Inculist or Geek and Gorgeous as a good starter line for a guy with acne prone skin. He tried the Ordinary but with minimal results. I think you'd be blessed with either, but I would go for Geek and Gorgeous just because they do sets. So they do sets where literally if you buy the products as a set, and they do like a calm down or anti-acne set, and if you buy it as a set you save 50% on all the products. So I'm like, that alone is enough to sell it. The Inculist is great, but I would go for Geek and Gorgeous because I think their products are just a little bit better tailored, I think, to acne, and you can buy one of those sets and save an absolute fortune. So that would be my recommendation. Nia says, should I use an alternative of retinol if I have sensitive skin? I'm new to anti-aging. Should I just start retinol at a low percentage? I would go for a low percentage. Something Gran Active would be your friend, because Gran Active means it's almost encapsulated, so it'll be much more gentle. So I would go for I would go for something like the Gran Active Retinoid by The Ordinary or the Inculist. Great start. This is my exact problem. I've been waiting to hear what Rob has to say about it. I would totally always recommend going for a Gran Active Retinoid, and the Inculist is the best one on the market, I think, personally. Gabrielle says, thanks for the tips. I use less hyaluronic acid. I'd say do you, but I think we could always do less hyaluronic acid than normal. Also, CN has launched some nice products in here. Their Med Tolerance line is awesome for very sensitive skin. I am going all out on Aldi and Lidl skincare. The Lacura and the CN, so good. So I'm gonna have to buy all their products and do a little bit of a review for you guys, because they're so affordable. And that micellar water from CN, so good. Totally recommend it. Let's have a look. Beacon says, please review the Inculist hair. Yes, I am going to. I know I'm going to. Can't wait to try these. Let's have a look and see. We're running out of time. We've got 4 minutes left. So what I will say is I'm going to run through and answer a few more questions. But if I haven't got around to your question, because I'm always behind, leave it, cut and paste it, and leave it in a comment below. And I do answer all the comments after this video. So just leave it in a comment below and I'll get back to you straight away. I'll probably be answering all the questions tomorrow morning. So in Valentine's Day surprise message. Tom says, how do the reusable rounds hold up while using glycolic acid? These are the reusable rounds from Face Theory. I've used them 3 times now and washed them 3 times, and they look brand new. I don't use glycolic acid, but it works absolutely fine with my I've been using the Wool Geek and Gorgeous toner on it, and it works really well, so I don't think you'll have any problem. Like all of these, for them to actually be environmentally friendly, you have to use them I think 20 times for them to actually be a good replacement, so they've got to stand up to a few washes. I've had no problems. I think you'll be absolutely fine with them. I think you'll be absolutely fine. Because it's not been diminished by the lactic acid and salicylic acid that I've used now. So I think you should be fine, Tom. TD says, raise your hand if you ordered Geek and Gorgeous in America and spent way more than you thought because of the converted cost incorrectly. I'm not responsible for currency fluctuations. I get the same thing. I ordered and I looked at my bank statement, and actually it was still way cheaper because I bought one of their sets, but I was like, oh, I think I was using the wrong exchange rate. Since we had Brexit and we left the EU with a trade deal, the pounds got stronger, so I was using the wrong exchange rate, and now everything's a bit more expensive if I buy it from Europe because the pound's a bit stronger. It's a minefield. So maybe Google a currency converter would be my suggestions. Now, guys, I am, and I'm just saying, Rekka says, I'm lucky because Geek and Gorgeous is the cheapest here. If you live in Europe and you are a country that uses the euro, you are quids in because you don't even need to exchange anything. Most things online are bought in dollars or pounds. So I think we can give our euro using cousins some leeway and let them have one product that's in euro denominations. Now, guys, I am just going to jump in and say, oh, and Tom's just reminded, thank you so much. Tom's just reminded, if you are buying anything from Geek and Gorgeous, the Mad About Skin 25, all in capitals, is the code to get 25% off. So it's like win-win. Now, guys, we are going to jump straight over. You don't have to do anything. You'll automatically be redirected to today's video, which is on Paula's Choice, a rundown review of Paula's Choice. I'm going to be answering all your questions on Paula's Choice. We're going to be chatting away because it's going to be a live premiere. So do not worry. You've still got me for another 25 minutes if you want to stick around. What I will say is if I didn't get around to answering your questions, I am so sorry. I always get behind on these comments, and the busier that these streams get, the further behind I get. So if I didn't get around to answering your questions, if you just leave me a comment below, I will answer them all tomorrow for you, and I'll get back to you straight away. So leave all your questions below, and I'm going to click the end stream button, and we're going to be redirected over to today's video, which is on Paula's Choice. So let's take the conversation over there, and I want to hear your thoughts and feelings on Paula's Choice. If you haven't already, now's the time to smash the like button on this video before I take us all over to Paula's Choice. Thank you so much for joining the live stream, and I'll chat to you over in the next video.